we're going to have a new session, a small panel. We had this feedback last year that panels with just 2 speakers, so kind of a double conversation, double Q&A is a format you enjoyed. So that's the reason why we keep doing such panels. And it will be around a specific topic of digital transformation and especially digital marketing, but not only digital, the brand experience. And how do you create or focus on brand experience for your company and especially and for your different brands, and how especially use digital to walk your brand experience. To join me on stage, we're going to have 2 big brands, again, joining me. First, we're going to have Michael Chrisment, who's a global head of integrated marketing for Nestlé Beverage, and Gael de Talhouet, global digital director at Henkel. Please help me welcome Michael and Gael. You don't want to show your product yet? Not yet. Okay. You see, these are real marketers, like Guillaume this morning. They have to come with some product. Just a small introduction. Each of you, what are your main area where you're active on digital for your company? Your role, basically.
Okay. I'm in charge of digital for Henkel Laundry and Home Care. So basically, I figure out what we need to do in the digital space and what kind of brand experiences we're supposed to build on a global level.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michael Chrisment. I look after integrated marketing for the beverages BU and Nestlé, the biggest brand in Nescafe. And then we have Nestea, Coffee Mate, and Nesfruta. So I look after integrated marketing, which basically is a bridge between everything that's digital and media globally.
When we prepared this panel, at first we weren't supposed to speak on brand experience, but we realized that each of your 2 brands are active on this in this direction. So let's start with some definition. And so, what does this mean? What is brand experience in each case?
Thanks. For me, a brand experience is really at the crossroad of the strategy. So everything that the category, the brand, the company looks after, thinking about the consumer. And then 2 key aspects, which are design in one area, design of the experience, design of the product, design of our packaging, of our red mug, and digital, or technology in a more broader sense. So we need a crossroad between the 3, for me, creates and embodied what brand experience should be.
We see here some slides, but these are actually yours. So you wanted to explain a little bit with some
well,
images?
There are no slides. It's just a simple definition. Of course, I agree with what Michael just said. Brand experience, this is the experience of a brand across a variety of touch points. So it's as simple as that. You consider your shops, TV, customer care, online. It's just how do you share love with your customers across all touch points.
Okay, let's forget the slides, please. So for the moment, why do we have now brands focusing on such an experience? I mean, when you define it, it looks like it's okay. It's part of the business. So why is there such a buzz around such a brand experience?
I think what digital urges us is within that brand experience is to define what is for me the 4th dimension. So I think digital and technology within the brand experience is really creating that 4th dimension, which is difficult to grasp. It's floating, it's connected, it's agile, it's nimble, it's happening all the time. And the scary part for us is, as let's say traditional or long-term established brands, is to lose control. And therefore, why it is important? It is important because by understanding that it's at the crossroad of your strategy, the way you design it, the way you leverage technology, then you can better take part of it. And try not to manage it, but at least be a part of the conversation, which is for us in coffee is very important. Do you want to have a coffee? Do you want to have a conversation? So if the brand is not in those conversations, then we're too far. Yes, I should have bought 2 mugs, by the way.
Is it the same for you, Gael?
Can I have my slides back so that I can illustrate what I'm going to explain? Why do we need brand experiences? Is actually a long story that I'm trying to make very short. Can you bring back my slides, please?
Can we get the slides, please? This time we want to have them.
Yeah.
It's really hard for the tech team to follow, to have slides, sometimes not slides. So
all right.
Thanks for them.
So I'm making it simple. Since we're in Paris, I chose a story based on Asterix, the French comic character, to explain to you why we need a brand experience. Before that, let's imagine you have a business, and let's say you're selling fish. So you basically have a shop, it's your own house, you're selling fish, and business used to be very simple. You have a straight road, there's just one road, you put a TV commercial, that works well, a lot of people watch TV, they follow the road, and then you have hordes of people getting into your shop. So that's the way that used to be business and marketing. The problem is now people don't do that anymore. They have a variety of options, a variety of choices. So you can't do business with just one house. You need actually a complete village, because now you need a house for social media. You need your house for mobile. You need your house for email marketing. So basically, you need your brand experience to address the variety of consumers' needs, and you need your brand experience to make your destination attractive. So that's basically why we are doing that.
And so now that we know why, how do you do that? I mean, this is like in theory, okay, that's good marketing, I can understand it, but how do you do that? What are the challenges and the key aspects of implementing it? Okay, so
I'll start. Well, the how you have it here is basically you're building your own village, and you can choose the look of your village. So you can build an Egyptian temple, you can do the complex village, or you can do the basic one. But what you need to do is make sure that there's a purpose in that village. People know why they come to your village, okay? In that case, still my example, we're selling fish. So that's basically how you do it. You organize your village on your business of selling fish.
Okay. I'm not sure if you follow this guy. I'm not sure.
What do you take?
You want to try to translate what he's doing with Asterix into business?
First of all, I would like to take the same thing he takes, because I think that's productive. So I've been inspired now. For me, it's more. Let's say simple. For me, it's one thing is looking at a frame. So it's put a strategic frame that can be felt as a constraint for people, which is actually not the case, which is then a springboard for creativity within that frame. So Nestlé is a very decentralized business. So our role at the strategic level, at the global level, is really to define that strategic frame for the brand experience that then will enable the markets within that frame to go crazy. And so we're spending a lot of time to create the base and the elements, the ingredients of that framing, so that then they can really go crazy. So if I summarize, is if this wants to be famous, it's like frame me, I'm famous, and therefore, by using that frame, like artists would do, using canvas to paint, could be seen as a very big constraint. But actually, what's inside the canvas is the product of their own creativity of the artist. So you still have that constraint, but then you can do whatever you want with it. So that's really the way we look at it on Nescafe. with having a very strong brand, which is the #1 coffee brand in the world, with having a consistent presence, a consistent signature, which is it all starts with the Nescafe, and then fighting battles to inspire connection and to drive conversations in the coffee area.
And you were explaining me before that digital is key to have deeper conversations around that brand, right? That's how you want to. I mean, it's just a platform to create deeper conversations for you.
I think digital is a fantastic opportunity for us to. We were talking about agility. We were talking about speed. To actually gather insights and very valuable insights in a very relevant and quick way, so we can adapt. And for us, it's very close to our heart because Nescafe is doing instant coffee, and people are talking about adaptive marketing, which basically I call it instant marketing because then it's closer to my roots. So digital allows us to do that, to react and adapt to what people are saying, to serve them better, to create better products, to create better brand experiences, and ultimately help us to sell more. Okay. Which is one of the key points in digital, is that creating that loop so that we sell more thanks to digital through new territories, white spaces, new services, because the brand is not only about the product, it's also about its systems and experiences and services. Then digital is now seen as something that can drive the business, and that creates more believers within the industry and within our companies, and we leverage digital and technology even more. The same with design.
Are you done with your slides with challenges, or do you want to?
Just to rebound on that, to measure the success of your brand experience, it's just a matter of finding the right currency. So why we are doing that is basically to have either people share some time with us, so your success is measured on how much time do your consumers spend with your brand and stay in your village, okay? Or you measure that in actions, meaning either they buy from you or they act, meaning share some things, tell some things to their friends. So it's basically impact on time and action.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to show a bit of challenges that we have. If I can get my clicker back.
So next slides, right?
Or not.
Obelix is blocking everything.
All right. Just to come back to the...
So let's forget the slides. Then,
yeah,
if you don't mind.
Okay. Oh, yeah, back on the challenges. Okay. First one, look at digital as a very big party, okay? The good news is that all our consumers are in that party, okay? But all our competitors are there. And basically, your challenge and your only challenge when you build a brand experience is how do you get this little guy being remarked in the middle of that whole crowd? So the question is, how do we stand out? And the web is a land of temptations. So whatever your brand experience is, be prepared to have more and bigger temptations than you have, okay? And that's one of the big challenges, because people might find that lolcats, Kim Kardashian are more exciting than your brand experience. That's frustrating, but that's the way it is, okay? Some other challenges, and I'm happy to sit here with someone who's driving a big and nice brand, is that if you're Oreo, and we had the Oreo speaker this morning, if you're a big, iconic brand, I mean, your brand experience is going to be kind of easy to deploy. Now, the question is, when you are selling detergents, how are you going to interest anybody on your brand experience? And I brought this product here. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's basically a product you hang in your toilets, right? So how do you define a brand experience that basically comes from the toilets? These are the main challenges that we encounter.
And so you're going to give an answer with an example to how you created brand experience. I think it's a good time.
Can we get my video, please?
Yeah, let's look at the first video.
Girl, we need your love to leave. If you want, we'll be yours. Please, baby, give us a chance. 'Cause love is strong. You just need to let it flow. So strong, flush it again. Everything will change. It's the moment, baby, flush it. Baby, flush it, baby.
Hey, come on, don't stop the song. Flash it now.
Let it rain. Do it again. Oh, please, baby, flush it. Now some clothes are lost, but not our love for you. Others can fall if you want, but don't be scared. Let it rain. Do it again. Oh, please, baby, flush it. Ooh, Miss Jane. Let it rain. Do it again. Oh, please, baby, flush it again.
I have to say, it was really funny to check the difference of reactions within the audience between men and women. You didn't react the same at all. Please go ahead. Just explain us. Is it advertising? A nice interactive advertising?
Well,
or is it building
as
brand
I was
experience?
saying, the purpose of brand experience is to create love for your brand. So we use videos that we, of course, air online as a way to show that first, we love our consumers, we love people who are actually using our products, and we tend to give them back something, okay? And the second thing is we try to make that brand interesting, acting on, if I want to sum it up in marketing talk, you know, it's actually fun to take care of your toilets, and we have the perfect products to make it very simple and no drama. So it's basically using your brand equity and putting it into the right channel with the right kind of creativity that in the end will create your whole brand experience.
Okay. Michael, perhaps we're going to look at your example you wanted to showcase today.
Sure.
Do you want to explain something before? Or?
Yeah, I think there's many examples we could brought, but I've decided to showcase something from here, from our turf. Could have brought some examples from Mexico, from Japan, where we just launched the first robot that will help our brand experience in retail store. So his name is Pepper, and he's actually helping out to sell out Nescafe Dolce Gusto machines in retails. I'm not saying that it's going to replace humans, but it's an extension of our presence, of our brand experience. So I could have brought all those examples, but I wanted to share a very local case, which has been led by Nescafe in France. It's called Really Friends. This campaign has won numerous awards, and I think it's due to the universal insights it brings. It really resonate with people. It's been picked up by media and actually became pop culture of people getting together. And that connection enabled through Nescafe is really bringing something meaningful into people's life. And I think this is why it creates that emotion and that link to the brand. Let's have a look.
Let's have a look at the video. Yes. No.
We created 10,000 posts, gained
Nope,
15 million new fans, earned a reach of 900 million, and over 10 million likes, comments, and shares in only 1 year.
So
I promise it's not on purpose. It's actually my video, but well.
Well, let's. Can we get what's the name again of the video? The file.
It's Really Friends. Face to Friends.
Face to Friends.
It's good that we've showcased this because it shows the breadth of the brand across the globe. So I can voice over a little bit this. It's one of the challenges that we have related to consistency. And again, through that frame, we can have several personification of the brand. So that's also a very good example. But if we can showcase the Really Friends
can we
one,
get
that would
video?
be great.
I mean.
Great.
Yes,
thank you.
perfect.
Je regarde par la fenêtre et je vois un type avec 2 tasses de café dans la main.
Qui je vois arriver? Arnaud.
C'est pas possible!
Il s'est assis, il m'a dit bon, on va boire un café.
Ça m'a fait retomber 25-30 ans en arrière.
Romeo, Juliet, balcony in silhouette, making O's with a cigarette. It's Juliet.
Je l'avais demandé en ami, et depuis, en fait, on n'avait jamais échangé.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Nous sommes amis Facebook, tous les deux. Mais je vous connais pas, hein. D'ailleurs, vous aussi, vous me connaissez pas.
On s'entendait très très bien quand on était gamin. Et puis après, forcément, bah, la vie veut que les chemins se séparent un peu.
Ah non, j'y crois pas. Tu me reconnais tout de suite, toi.
Putain, malgré ces années, tu vois.
Moi, ça fait 3 ans que je suis partie en Suède et je trouvais ça génial qu'ils viennent juste boire un café avec moi.
Quand il est arrivé et qu'on s'est revus, oui, là, on s'est redécouvert, on s'est reposé des questions qu'on se serait jamais posées sur Facebook.
Et on s'est bien marré parce qu'il avait, il avait peur de marcher sur la glace et c'était génial d'avoir fait ça avec lui.
Ça vaut tout l'or du monde.
Je trouve que chacun de nous devrait faire ça au moins une fois dans sa vie.
On s'est revus, oui, là, on s'est redécouvert, on s'est reposé des questions qu'on se serait jamais posées sur Facebook.
Et on s'est bien marré.
Michael? I'm not sure we get the sound.
Yeah,
right?
we got it. So it all starts with the Nescafe. I think millions of YouTube views and also a very good impact on the brand health, more proximity, more likelihood to purchase. Really shifted the image of Nescafe in France, which is sometimes seen as faux café, and help to reconsider the brand for future experiences. And then we've seen moving forward through continuing the story with the consumers on new product launch, on innovation, on new proofs that we actually as a brand care and have a social responsibility in connecting people together, bring us forward.
So you were able to really measure the impact of the whole campaign?
Yes, we do. We do. As I said, it's very important to link it back to sales. We urge our partners, media partners and technology providers to help us to measure the impact because we still need to convince. We're still pioneering. We're still testing new things. So without that loop, without testing, learning, research, we can't really prove that what we put at the core of the brand experience is working. So we do.
Okay, so we have a few minutes left. I want to make sure we answer some questions, and if we have time, we'll go back to some golden rules.
Yeah, which we could do just.
We're going to take questions first, if you don't mind. It has to be interactive here. If we can look at the questions this time. So the first one, I'm not sure we're going to answer it, about the 200 Nescafe for the audience. You can get coffee over there. That's fine. Do you provide one or several brands?
Send your name, because if you're anonymous, then it's quite difficult to kind of gift you something. But we'd love.
Good point. Yeah. Is there one or several brand experience for one specific brand?
Well, as mentioned with the story of the village, you need to have a single purpose. Otherwise, people don't know why they should come to your place. So you can have different brand experiences in terms of you experience something and then you experience another thing, but they must be related together with what really makes the purpose of your brand. So the answer is yes, you can have a variety of experiences. Now your brand experience needs to be single-minded because you need to be understood and you need to stand for something.
I think you have several brand experience because at the end of the day, you have the experience and everyone's different. Nescafe is consumed 5,500 cups a second. In the world, that's 200 million cups of Nescafe being drunk every day. And I believe we have 200 million brand experience a day.
Okay.
And I don't mind. I want to have more.
I must add that we have more people per day going to the toilets having their own brand experiences. So if I can
Are we competing
Come
now?
on, guys, it's not a competition, please.
It's complementary anyway. You drink coffee, you need to go to the toilet.
I think we're going to stop here, if you don't mind.
It's getting very interesting.
Can we just maybe finish by the golden rules?
We're gonna finish. I want to make sure we have more
Okay,
questions. Because
okay.
I know you
I'm
have
just
the
so
timer over
impatient
there,
to
but
share.
yeah, you want to share them. But so let's go. Let's take one or two questions. For you, do you think that Flash It ad engaged customers? Well, I mean, it's a good question. So the third one. So Nescafe is focusing on people, and Flash It is focusing on product. Is it more effective to focus on people experience?
Well, we clearly focus on people, and we give people an experience. So obviously, it's made with people in mind, and that's what I was sharing. We share love with our consumers, and we design these experiences for them. So probably, people talk more about coffee than some other categories. So that's obviously the driver. But yes, absolutely, we design them for people, and we test them with people, by the way.
Okay. Perhaps.
I mean, I think product should always be at the center, not in a negative way or in a boring way, because nothing worse than just having a pack shot. To be honest, this is not engaging me, so I don't think who engages on a pack shot. But if the product is not at the center, then why is this brand talking to me? So it has to be authentic, it has to be meaningful and relevant. If the product plays a role, that's important, that's mandatory.
Okay. Last question, how do you create a personalized experience on digital platforms and marketing? Like social data, Facebook login? It's a very technical question, so perhaps Michael and...
Well, if you're not personalized on digital, then where could you be? I mean, in the real world, obviously, but then in media and communication, digital, I think is the most personalized potential because we know so much.
Okay.
And then how do you figure it out of the big data, which is often too much data? What is the data that's going to help you to create that personalized experience? But it's a quest. It's an everyday quest to have meaningful, personalized experience. I think someone in Unilever then said that he wanted to have 7 billion personalized relationship in the world. I think this is a nice goal. Okay,
so now we can finish with your golden rules. Let's go back to the slides in 1 minute.
If I can have my slide number 40, that would be fantastic. And just while I'm asking that...
The tech team is going to kill me after this one.
It's a technical stunt, and it's live, so be cool.
So slide number 40, please.
Just to comment on one of the questions, it's absolutely essential when you build your brand experience that you remain true to who you are. And obviously, if you're trying to be Nescafe and you're not Nescafe, it's never going to work. So we are talking about the brand that has been focusing on conversation and conviviality for years. So also, please remember that rules are not transferable. So speaking of rules, because on webinars we always give rules and stuff like that.
And you need to go fast because I promised 1 minute.
First, know who your consumers are. Second, where do they spend their time? Okay. Third, define where you want to be, where you want to be and where you want to play, because you cannot be everywhere. Number 4, ask yourself, what can I do better? And again, if you look at this picture, she's about care. If your brand is about care, then be about care. And don't try to add something or do something else. Okay? The next one, which may be the more important, is be true to yourself. If you're not funny, that's okay. If you're providing good products, that's fantastic. Okay? Next one, be persistent. Okay? Building brand experiences may not be always a happy trip. It's difficult, you have people to convince, but be persistent because you're the guide. Okay? And finally, measure. I call that measure whatever, because let's not forget that measure is just only a way to improve and get better. So let's not get drowned in data, but just measure something that's helpful for you to get better?
One final word, Michael?
Yeah, I have very few rules, but I have one guiding principle, which is actually a call to action to this crowd, and this is why I'm here today, across other things. There's one thing that really is something that we urge marketers to do at Nescafe is to have a 70-20-10 rule. I mean, I've heard this from Coke and Google. 70% that pays the bill, so that's what you see behind me. You know it's going to work. You know the mug's going to connect with people, so you build on that, and that's great, and you continuous engagement. Then you have 20%, which is related to the new news, your innovation, your new product, everything that is actually on the pipeline related to your activity. And then you have 10%, which is totally blue ocean. You have no idea whether it's going to work or not. And that's where startups can help us play a huge role. So if you want to connect with 200 million drinkers of Nescafe every day, we would love to hear your thoughts on how we get people together through technology and digital, get the world closer for what is actually the biggest coffee brand in the world.
Thanks for this call to action. Gael, Michael, thank you very much.
Thank you for the panel.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you for your attention.